Hey there! Today's video is going to be some more tournament highlights from last week. This is absolutely 100% a cop-out video because I don't have anything done, and so I'm going to try to put it together, well, super last minute. Entirely my fault. I'm bad at time management. Anyways, that's what I got. So, let's start it up. So, things that have changed from last time. Well, first I'll just discuss, for people that weren't here last time, exactly how this is going to work. So how the tournament works is pretty simple, pretty standard for tournaments, but I know a lot of you probably haven't seen too many video game tournaments. So you're going to be fighting with regular 1v1 rules. So if you die, then you're still in the game, obviously. You come back, you die again, you lose. And if you lose your first game, then you go into a loser's bracket where you fight someone else. If you win that, then you keep progressing through loser's bracket. If you lose in loser's bracket, then you're out. You need to stay in your area, and that segues perfectly into the rules for today's tournament, which some of them have changed. You should be able to see them soon, but regardless, I'll go over them. Simple rules, they'll be in the... We'll talk about the Discord in a second, but they'll be in the Discord. Anyone can read them. First one is that you can't stray too far from your area of play. If you go too far, I'm going to be very stringent with it this time because I wasn't last time. If you go too far and I'm watching the game, you're just going to lose the match. Like, you will just lose. So don't run like 8 miles outside of where you're supposed to be playing, or you're done. I mean it this time. All stands and abilities are allowed, so no BS rules, and you can switch your stands, but you can't switch your stands between matches. I think people didn't understand this last time, and so I had a few people that would die, switch their stand, and come back. You can only switch after a game is over, so either you have killed the opponent twice, or they've killed you twice, and you've moved to a different game. You can't switch in between, because that's stupid. These two new ones should have been a given last time, but they're not, so I'm going to say them anyway. Interrupting an ongoing game, automatic disqualification, no questions asked. If you attack someone, you stand around them for too long, you pilot around them to be obnoxious, or distract, or attack them in any way, you're automatically disqualified. So don't do that. And attacking me, blinding me, beatdowning me, etc. while I'm spectating a match will also result in automatic disqualification, so don't do that either, because that's stupid, and you don't want to be that guy. So the way we're going to handle joining this time around is going to be different, because last time I got 850 DMs and I had to go through them all, so we're not doing that this time. So don't DM me, because that's not how you enter, and I'll ignore it. The way we are going to do it is I didn't. Shoutouts to BTLA Crescent, because he did like all the work while I was busy doing other shit. But he put together a channel in the Eclipse Discord, which is in the description of the stream. And down there, you should be able to find at the bottom of it, which I can open if it's not already, there should be a channel called Tournament Joins. You'll be able to see it. The cooldown's really long, so you can't put your name more than once, and I'm gonna pick people randomly from there. When you're picked from there, you'll get a role. So you'll be able to see the other channels. It'll be called, I believe, Tournament Participant. And if you have Tournament Participant, then, yeah, there it is. It's open now. If you have Tournament Participant, then you're in. You can see the private server code and all the rules and all that kind of stuff. It's funny, I can see a bunch of people that have, I see one blocked message. So if you got yourself blocked by DMing me stupid BS, you have no chance. So don't do that. That's kind of funny. We're starting things up here. Haman, Star Platinum, or Star Platinum of the World. We're just chilling until they decide to start. Not sure how long that's gonna take. Hopefully, they'll figure out that they need to start their game. Don't know if they're gonna be able to figure it out, but hopefully they do. Ideally, instead of just standing there. I'm curious to see which one of these guys is Star Platinum versus Star Platinum of the World, because you can never really tell with the skins nowadays. All right. Looks like we're getting things started. 2 Star Platinums. That's not what I expected. Big combo coming out. Block break. He's gonna get the aura kicks. Time skips out. Smart player. Grabbing that quick Starfinger into an eye gouge. Looks like Star Platinum Haman versus Star Platinum Boxing. This is a debate I honestly always have with myself on which is better, and I can't say for sure, because after that boxing buff, Star Platinum Boxing is actually really good. But Star Platinum Haman has always been good. I think what we're really going to be needing to see here is whether or not they're going to start blocking stuff. that was good to get himself out of that using the barrage, quick barrage and then aura kicks afterwards. We're about to DQ someone though, so that's good. I enjoy the DQs because we're way too far out here. This is getting ridiculous. I'm gonna be brutal. If I see even a hint of that again, they're gone. Someone's losing by default. Looking like we got a no stand combo. I don't even know how that happened. I wasn't paying too much attention. Threw his barrage away. Didn't. There's a block. All right, one stock down. Bacon Star Platinum's down one. I don't know what you guys are doing standing over here, but you need to go. It's an interesting matchup. Looks like Haman Star Platinum's taking it right now. What's up? Fruity isn't here. Then he loses. If he's not in the server, he loses. Big giant dash from the moon and back there. That's what we like to see. You know, they say they patched that, but I'm still skeptical because seeing stuff like that, you really can't be too sure. Another inhale, more zoom punch. Was hoping to see a quick, you know, star finger. I'm surprised we saw an eye gouge instead. Was that a barrage? I think it was. That's not good. We really don't want to be seeing wasted barrages here. Didn't capitalize super hard on it though, to be perfectly honest with you. Another dash Starfinger. Is a zoom punch confirm out of it. Gets his Scarlet canceled. I was also hoping to see that. We saw a lot of that in the last tournament where people would just not even remotely at all cancel people's block breaks. And we saw a lot of jawbreakers and stuff that could have been canceled with M1s, but instead people just took it. Hopefully seeing a little bit less of that, and we already are, to be honest, so that's a plus. Some M1s with the boxing gloves out. For a lot of people that may or may not know, if you have your boxing gloves equipped and you do a punch, it punches with the gloves instead of your stand. It does significantly less damage. Rage coming out here. One Star Platinum raged up and one not. That's not pretty for people who don't have rage. There's the other rage coming out. That means we're basically back to the regular match. Not much changing if they both have rage, because your increased damage, take less damage doesn't mean a whole lot when you're... Oh, where did the stand go? Stand's gone. I think this might wrap it up, potentially. Block break? Yeah, that's not good. He's going to eat a zoom punch. Yep, that's it. That wraps it up. I can't see who took that. MLG Pro took that. So we got Silver Chariot Requiem Haman versus Star Platinum. I believe normal Star Platinum, right? Could be Star Platinum in the world, but I'm pretty sure it's normal Star Platinum. Star Platinum boxing. Seeing a lot of zoom punches coming out. Random barrage, that's probably not going to pay off. Panic barrage never works out. I'm surprised he might not have had the arrow barrage there. I was fully expecting a barrage and an arrow barrage. Didn't see it. There's the Conqueror's Will. That's probably going to wrap the game up. It usually does. Conqueror's Will is stupid and needs to be completely reworked. I think he screwed up the timing though. He did screw up the timing, but Notmint still wasn't able to get out of it because he tried to use a jawbreaker. Yep, that'll take him out. Game's over. That's a wrap. I think this is Made in Heaven and Star Platinum. Should be interesting. Made in Heaven being really fast, but Star Platinum having big power. Gonna be Made in Heaven boxing and Star Platinum Haman. Interesting matchup. It's very similar to what the is going on. What are you asking for the DQ? Do you want to be disqualified? It's like they want to be. I swear to God, they want to be disqualified. All right, anyways, as I was saying, this matchup's a lot similar to the King Crimson versus Made in Heaven matchup I talked about in the last tournament. Difference being that's actually a really smart play. I would do the exact same thing there. You need to barrage and get damage when you can get damage, because if you're not doing that, you're just not gonna be... What the hell's going on here? If you're not getting the damage when you can get the damage, you're gonna seriously regret it. Because honestly, I think it's pretty smart when you have a higher destructive power stand to just barrage Made in Heaven when you can. Because a lot of the time, you're just not going to be able to hit them, and they're going to be running circles around you. So you have to do something. A lot of use of boxing barrage here, and oftentimes I don't see a whole lot of usage of boxing barrage. Personally, whenever I have boxing barrage, I barely ever, if ever, use it. I don't even get it a lot most of the time. Time stop coming out, but he's really far away, so I don't know if he's going to get much, if anything, off of this. Is going to grab him with a zoom punch and a Starfinger. Going to get him with the impale too. I think that was a kick barrage. Yep. All right, moving out of the bounds here, but they've figured that out, so that's good. No DQs today. The interesting thing to note here is that as long as Made in Heaven plays it smart, doesn't get time stopped too many times, he should take this home, but it does not mean that Star Platinum's out of the match immediately. If you're able to constantly get those barrages and just catch them on any mistakes they manage to make, you should be good to go. And I was about to say exactly that. Time skip is super valuable here, especially when he's going for his speed moves, because if you can cancel it just like this, or just catch them when they don't have it, you can really put the pain on, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. This person's DQ'd. Whoever this is, you're done. I'm not dealing with that today. He's out. Did a stock get taken? I missed it. I warned y'all. Don't mess with the games. You were given fair warning. I won't say it again. Don't interrupt games. It's not difficult to understand. No mercy this time around. All right, so I think the Made in Heaven took the first stock. I wasn't able to see it because I was too busy yelling at people. Interesting though, wasted barrage, but it was able to break him out of the combo. Gonna see a speed slice coming out, only does 7 damage, and that move does do low damage, but I think what a lot of people don't understand is that it applies bleed, and that bleed does a considerable amount of damage. People really sleep on that. Gonna get the impale, or the inhale here, gonna get a zoom punch off of it, throws out the barrage, but manages to catch him while he's still in the end lag of his Scarlet Overdrive that got canceled. Not gonna be able to cancel the time acceleration though. We already know that he does not, the Made in Heaven player does not have time, he doesn't have the universe reset, so we're not going to be seeing any big health regains or anything, which means he really just has to be careful with his health bar, be watching that, staying out of the range. Gonna grab a speed slice, good block break. That was actually really good, and now he doesn't have his barrage. He might get barraged here. Nope, not quite. Time stop coming out. We're gonna see if this time stop is gonna be able to get him back into the game. I'm not sure if the time stop is the right use of the rage, if I'm being honest here, because rage mode's really powerful, although time stop is gonna allow you to constantly get that kind of free-ish damage against Made in Heaven, and as I've said plenty of times before, you need that damage, otherwise you're just not gonna be able to take him out. But you know, when you use the rage in order to get the time stop, that increased damage plus less damage taken is a really powerful trait to have. So it's really a shame if you don't make use of it. My recommendation is usually to hold on to rage, and well, use your rage and then hold on to it and then time stop at a more opportune time, but I can see why you would want to do it straight away just so it doesn't get canceled. Another speed slice gonna come out, gonna get a block break. He's gonna go for the boxing barrage and get barraged for it and take a kick barrage. That's big damage. No stand, doesn't capitalize, tries to though. Starfinger on get up is a quite a powerful option because of its crazy range, but we're gonna see a time acceleration coming out. Let's see if he can capitalize too much on it. I saw a jaw, I think it was an eye gouge there. Eye gouge and jawbreaker, as you saw just there, are really good with Made in Heaven because normally those moves are super hard to land, but when you're fast as hell, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Looking like we're seeing a barrage coming out. That Starfinger probably shouldn't have hit, but you know what? You can bet it that that our Star Platinum player is definitely happy he hit that, even if it's some BS. We're seeing skating on the edge of the map here. Yeah, that's too far. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't know what the results of the game is right now, but you've gone too far, my friend. I'm calling this one. Did you take the first stock? It's 2 stock. Okay, gotcha. Well, now it's 1-1. You can't go that far out. I'm not gonna make you lose the match, but you're down a life now. You can't go that far. You can't be doing that. Barrage, kick barrage doesn't land. Definitely not a true combo. Another time stop. It's gonna be interesting to see because time acceleration just popped and we know he doesn't have it maxed out. Lots of damage coming from the time stop. Time acceleration basically thrown down the gutter there. Not gonna get a whole lot of it off of it, but he did get the time accel. Why the f is there a guy standing in the middle? Why would you do that? You got pushed in? Take your word for it this time, Chief. Should be interesting to see what's going on here, mostly because what the f is... Isn't this the person I DQ'd earlier? Alright, looks like the game's over. I feel kind of bad about that one because the Made in Heaven may have still been in that, but I gotta reinforce these rules on how far you can go because you can't just be running outside of the bounds constantly. Looking like MLG took that. You can be mad at me all you want, but I gotta make these calls. Otherwise, the integrity of everything is going to go down the dumpster. All right, looking like we're getting things started. Gonna go in immediately with a time skip and a kick barrage. Gonna get punished for it with the time erase. Maybe not a super optimal punish, but a punish nonetheless. Gonna grab a, oh, it's a Star Platinum Boxing. This is almost equally as terrifying as King Crimson. He does have the, on the bright side, the Star Platinum does have time stop, which should be able to deal with King Crimson pretty effectively if he manages to get it. We'll see if that's used effectively. I think that was a dash and an impale. Risky play there. Would have played off if he hit it, but no such luck. Gonna get the impale, or not the impale. I can't keep track of my words. Gonna get the inhale into Jawbreaker. He used his, that's an interesting strategy. I haven't seen that used too much. He tried to use his stand jump to get away from time erase. I don't know if that would have worked. I feel like it probably wouldn't have, but it's a novel strategy nonetheless. Because if you did manage to time it at the right time, you would probably fly out of the time erase. But if you're like at the peak of your jump, that's not going to work out too well. Gonna throw out the barrage in order to avoid the impale damage. Probably the correct play, considering that Star Platinum Boxing doesn't really have any good burst options after using that you can't block. Gonna pull the rage out here in a second. Haven't seen any of the cheese impale combos quite yet. If we see any of those block break, all right, I think this is probably gonna be it. Yep, okay, he's got it. He used his eye gouge just there, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to time the get up. He does time it, but he does not get the barrage, and he's going to get barraged for it. That's big damage, potentially big damage. All right, yep, he's going to hit the Jawbreaker out of the barrage. Misses the kick barrage, whiffs the attempted punish. That's actually a really good punish option. If you go for a heavy punch against someone using a kick barrage, it's all but guaranteed if you manage to hit it, as long as you get it right before. That's going to be, I think it was a time erase and an epitaph into an impale. That's going to work out. Doesn't go for the eye gouge. I don't know if he had it. Did go for the Jawbreaker. That's some free damage. Well placed time erase. Almost bamboozled him, I think, but not quite there. We've seen some interesting use of the epitaph here. He's been using epitaph to heal a lot. I don't know if that's exactly the right play. I assume he's probably used to playing some SCR, because that's a technique SCR players do a lot. When you're using King Crimson, you really got to be using your epitaph offensively to try to grab as much damage as you can. I don't really know about healing with it, but it's not necessarily a bad play. It can work out. Gonna heal during the time erase, and that's kind of a risky play. As you can see, you can't react afterwards. Star Platinum is gonna break the block here and get an eye gouge for it. Does not get the Starfinger though, gonna get blocked. Definitely a more high stakes match than the last few we've seen. Gonna dash and use the impale, whiffs, not quite. I haven't seen a whole lot of use of M1s from either player, interestingly enough. Gonna attack during the epitaph. Doesn't eat too much damage for it though. He's probably thanking the stars for that. Really strange block break. Time erase is coming out. Gonna get him with the boxing, the Jawbreaker there. That's definitely a good option. Probably your best option when you're playing King Crimson, other than Impale. If you don't have your Impale and you've got Jawbreaker, you might as well go for it, because it's all but guaranteed. Another Rage coming out. I'm starting to think that our Star Platinum player does not have time stop, because we didn't see it used at all in the previous one. Throwing out a heavy punch in neutral, gonna take the first stock, it looks like, but I don't think it was super pretty, so I definitely would not count out our King Crimson just yet. I'll try to get our player names more recognizable here, so I know who's who. I think we've got Dastrak and Real. I don't know who's which player, but I'll try. Real is a Star Platinum. I'll try to remember that if I can. All right, looks like we're going straight back into it. No time for stops. Real's really putting the pressure on before Dastrak even takes his stand out. Gonna get lots of damage here. The stand's coming back out though, and then immediately taken back away. Lots of damage coming out. Gonna eat the chop and the Jawbreaker though, and here comes the time erase. Nice block break, but he does dash out of it. Still gonna eat the impale. Let's see if Dastrak can cut. Oh my God, why did he go that far? Still gets him. All right, that's gonna be a lot of damage for Dastrak. That's exactly what he needs right now when he's fighting against Real Star Platinum. Lots of damage. That's your textbook King Crimson cheese. You know that Real's gotta be hurting right now. Is gonna grab a little bit of damage from his inhale, but he really needs to heal after that King Crimson cheese. You get hit by just one of those and it just obliterates your health bar. You don't even get a chance. Gonna use a Epitaph, tries to get some free damage. I thought Epitaph was still active there. Looks like it wasn't. Is gonna eat some damage. Real really wants to heal this damage back. He doesn't want to be getting King Crimson cheesed and just killed with another one of those free combos, so he does want to get his health back. Healing right in front of Dastrak. Seriously ballsy. Gonna go for the barrage in order to try to get some free damage and get out of the inhale. It doesn't look like it's gonna work out in his favor, and he's gonna eat a Jawbreaker for it. Another rage mode's coming out. Still don't think we've seen a single time stop, so I'm gonna make the call that Real probably just, yeah, he definitely does not have time stop. Not a terrible play for Star Platinum, because if you don't have time stop, it does mean that you can time skip more effectively when you have rage, since you don't have to use the time stop, but it also means that time stop isn't part of your kit, and hey, having a time stop in this game is always pretty powerful. Is going to get the parry on the Impale. Let's see what he can capitalize on. Not a whole lot. 3 M1s and a heavy punch. I think that could have been parried, but overall not bad damage. Going to get his Eye Gouge Epitaph here. Not quite going to clip him with the kick barrage, but he is going to get hit by the chop. That's going to be a lot of bleed damage that he's not going to want to be taking right now. Real is definitely wanting to heal that damage back. Looks like they're both healing. They don't want to be taking too much damage, and he's going to get hit by the Impale. This might be another Impale cheese and potentially taking the stock. Nope, doesn't go for it. Just going to grab some quick damage with the Jawbreaker. You know what? That's respectable. I can see that. Gets him with the chop again. Interesting thing, chop can't be canceled by any moves other than knockdowns. So as we just saw there, he used the inhale, but it does not cancel the chop. It's not like M1's. Just a random Impale out of nowhere. There's no way Real saw that coming. Is gonna get the block break. Oh, that's not pretty. That is not pretty. That might be just taking it, honestly. That might be a wrap. Nope, not quite. He's gonna get out of it. Real definitely sweating right now. Can't possibly have too much health left. Going for the, he's about to, okay, good. He didn't fall into the sewers. That would have been bad. Gonna grab a quick Jawbreaker off of the inhale. Gotta get that free damage when you can. You know, the unfortunate thing with this matchup is when you're playing King Crimson, if you're careful with your Epitaph, another double heal moment here. When you're careful with your Epitaph, you basically can make it so that Star Platinum just can't do damage, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. He can sometimes get damage, and then when he makes 1 or 2 mistakes, he just gets completely messed up, just like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. 1 mistake, and then you get impaled, and that it's almost just a wrap at that point. Does read the dash there, but doesn't capitalize off of it. If he had done just a barrage or an M1 or something, probably could have caught him. Didn't quite get it. Going for some more healing. Gonna eat another Jawbreaker. We're seeing a lot of damage traded back and forth here, but no deaths, mostly because both these players are boxing, which means they've got more health, lots of damage resistance, and they don't get increased damage. So we're seeing a lot of blows, but not a lot of kills. Another Epitaph, doesn't quite get anything off of it though. 1 M1 with the boxing gloves, not a whole lot of damage. His Impale did get canceled there. Dastrak, I'm sure he knows, but if you use Impale and you get punched, unlike your chop, you are gonna eat lots of damage for it, and you don't want that. Gonna use the heavy punch to try to get him off him. It looks like it's gonna work out. Tries to heal during the time erase and eats a Jawbreaker for it. Another heal, doesn't quite get the same results, and Dastrak's gonna go down. I think that's the second stock there, and that'll wrap up the match. Real takes it. More Star Platinums. It's Star Platinum all day today, apparently. I don't know who this person is, but they shouldn't be there. All right, we're seeing Starfingers coming out straight away. Not hugely surprising. I think we saw a Star Platinum boxing versus Star Platinum Haman earlier, and I remember MLG with Star Platinum Haman took it home. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. I think that Real's going to be struggling against that extra damage buff, but if he continuously gets hits and doesn't take damage, he should be okay. Is going to see an early rage coming out here. I think that was built up from before the match started. I don't really know the fairness on that. I'm going to be honest with you. Rage should probably be reset before the game started. I'm not going to make any calls just yet, though. Timing out the rage, smart play considering that you don't have rage yourself. Gonna grab a zoom punch and a Starfinger for sure. There's the rage coming out. All right, so we've got both players having their rages out. 2 whiffed platinum kicks in a row. Isn't quite gonna get anything off of that. Gonna get some guy that I would have kicked out of the game a while ago that's gonna be in the way. Time stop coming out. Obviously not gonna get anything off of the time stop. Not hugely surprising on that one. Looking like he's going to throw away the rage for that time stop, though. Maybe a questionable thing, but I'm imagining the rage was probably about to run down before that came out. 2 panic barrages, not quite too much off of it. Gonna get, for some reason, no stun on the inhale there. That's kind of questionable. Isn't going to get caught without his stand, though, so at least there's that going for him. We just got some passive play here. Dash Starfinger, not quite. He makes the same mistake that I always make with Star Platinum, where you block the Starfinger and then you try to zoom punch them afterwards, and it just doesn't work out. There's not enough time for you to get an M1 and a zoom punch right afterwards, because if you try to get a zoom punch and an M1, there's just not enough stun. You can't do it. So if you're ever going for that, you just got to throw your stun out right afterwards. Gonna get the Starfinger, an M1, and a zoom punch. That's lots of damage. Blocks the Starfinger himself. Gonna whiff the Jawbreaker there. Goes for the Platinum Kicks. No such luck. I was expecting an attempted punish with the Platinum Kicks of his own. Didn't go for it, though. Makes sense. There's not a whole lot of end lag on that move. Again with the passive play. 2 inhales coming out, so no damage. Gonna get the Zoom Punch and eat a finisher for it. The Zoom Punch is gonna do a little bit more damage, which is gonna put MLG up a little bit. Gonna eat the parry, though, so Real's gonna get big damage. Gonna barrage himself out of there. Makes sense. Bails himself out, doesn't take too much damage from the Aura Kicks or any of that. Another Rage coming through, whiffs the Starfinger. I think we're going to see a potentially a really big combo here coming out from MLG. Yep, here it comes. All right, going to get it canceled. M2 afterward, or Heavy Punch afterwards to try to get him off it. It does play out okay in his favor, surprisingly. Manages to block most of the inhale, but gets block broken by the Jawbreaker. Gonna do a panic barrage out. Works out because he does manage to use the kick barrage, get some free damage. That's no stand, but I don't think he has the barrage. Yeah, he doesn't have the barrage. That could have been huge damage if he had the barrage, but he just didn't have it. Gonna block another Dash Starfinger. Punished for using the Jawbreaker with a Zoom Punch. Huge parry. Maybe questionable response, but you know what? I think we're doing enough damage that might be worth it. I think he probably caught a barrage there. I didn't see the barrage come out, but then again, I'm also not down on the field. Gonna take a Starfinger and a Eye Gouge right afterwards. That's a lot of damage, but you can tell that Real's hurting after that big combo coming out from MLG. Star Platinum, of course, being one of the only stands in the entire game that actually has combos, which is why it's surprising that I don't usually see too many, but this tournament has been stacked with Star Platinum. I guess the popularity of the stand has bumped up recently. Surprising, though, isn't going to get the Panic Barrage out and is going to eat the barrage for it, which takes the first stock for MLG. That was a crazy start to the game for sure. These Star Platinum versus Star Platinum things always come down to how many Starfingers you blocked versus how many you get hit by, for sure. Because you can get a lot of damage off of that, but if the opponent's cognizant and is always blocking them, there's almost nothing you can do. Real's coming right back in with no mercy. Gonna immediately get the barrage, panic barrages out, manages to pull it off. Doesn't take too much damage. Time skip into the inhale doesn't work out too well for MLG, and he doesn't have a stand. He does get impaled without his stand. He's gonna take a barrage here, but unfortunately, since it's boxing, I don't think we're gonna see we're not gonna see too much damage from Real's combos with boxing. Star Platinum boxing is extremely strong, but you also have to take into consideration that since Haman has that Zoom Punch, you can get quite big combos at the expense of not. Oh my God, what happened there? Why am I getting punched? Gonna probably DQ that guy. Anyways, so what I was saying was the Star Platinum boxing doesn't quite get. He took the stock. I stand corrected. Apparently, that's the stock coming out for Reals. For sure, he wanted that, so he got it, and he's gonna heal most, if not all, the health back. Looks like we're gonna have a 1-to-1 game coming out here. The interesting fact to note, like I was saying, was that boxing doesn't quite have as much damage output, but it's got a lot more survivability. So you sacrifice that combo potential for a more, I would say, I guess, consistent play experience. We're going to be going straight back into it, though. Manages to block the Zoom Punch and grab a Jawbreaker of his own for it. I think we're going to see a lot more passive style of play in this last stock since both of them are hurting. I doubt we'll see too much like huge risks coming out, but maybe I stand corrected. Panic Barrage is out. Does manage to get out, but he's going to eat this barrage right afterwards. That's going to be a lot of damage. Those 1.8s without the Haman charged and the block break, this might just wrap up the match. Oh my God. He's okay. He's going to get out of it, but man, MLG without Haman charge taking that much damage. Real is just putting the pressure on while he does not have have his Haman, he can't charge it, so he's just taking a bunch of damage. So his one real his one real accomplishment, or what's the word for it? I can't come up with it on the spot. Failure of a commentator. His one advantage here of having that extra damage is going to be completely dumpstered if Real manages to constantly put on the pressure and not let him charge. But it looks like the Haman charge is coming back here, so MLG is going to be a little bit less worried. Going to block here, probably going to try to, going to panic barrage out. Not sure where the stand went there. I think he accidentally fat-fingered Q, but he's doing all right. Not going to take any damage to it. Going to trade the star fingers there. That's always an interesting interaction. Throws out the kick barrage in order to try to avoid damage. Lots of M1s, lots more M1s in these later matches than we saw at the beginning. You can really see the difference in skill a lot of the times from these players. Big combo, gonna get that combo canceled because, as we all know, Jawbreaker is significantly faster than the Scarlet Overdrive, and he's gonna manage to react to the Scarlet Overdrive with a Jawbreaker, stopping the combo. 28 damage with the combo, gonna get an M1 and a Zoom Punch right afterwards. Gonna grab that Scarlet Overdrive, didn't block it, thank God. Gonna get parried. I think we might see some big damage here, maybe not. 30 damage on those M1s, not bad at all. MLG wants that. Gonna go for the dash Starfinger, not quite gonna get it. We're seeing a lot of we're seeing a lot of good use of all of their abilities, honestly. They're making use of their entire, both of them making use of their entire kit. Gonna see this Starfinger coming out. Not gonna, he is gonna connect it, but not before, time stop. Let's see. Nah, he's not gonna get anything off this time stop, I don't think. Not hugely surprising, but you know what? It makes sense that he went for that time stop because his rage was about to run out. That's the difference here. I think Real has time stop and MLG does not. Here's the rage coming out for Real. I think MLG really wanted that time stop to get him a little bit of damage. Now that he doesn't get it, he's not entirely sure what his game plan is going to be. Does manage to dodge the dash Starfinger, but we're going to see two healings coming out, both of them posing. We might just see this match reset almost back to where it was before. Nope, Real's going to put the pressure on as usual. He knows that MLG can't have that much Haman charged up because he was just healing, so he's going to really put the pressure on, it looks like, before he can get it. No stand, going to get the kick barrage. Probably should have went for a barrage, but damage is damage. Going to get out of it. He's going to get punished with the barrage himself, but it does almost no damage. 0.9. Going to grab the inhale and the kick barrage afterwards. Time skips out of the last hit. Oh man, what an interaction for sure. Reals really wanted to put the pressure on before MLG could get his Haman charge back up, but the Haman charge is back in the building, so we're going to see potentially more big damage combos coming out. Going to catch him with the dash Starfinger and stop the panic barrage. That's going to be the game. Real takes it. What a game. Holy. All right, I think we got both our players here. I don't know what this person's doing here, but I think I can like drag them, right? I can. Look at that. That's convenient. All right, dope. Let's get this thing started. Looking like, what in the world stand is that? It's Hierophant Green. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We've got Hierophant Green in the hand. Idol, of course, having Hierophant Green, and Visly with his the hand. Gonna not quite get too much off of that barrier, but he is gonna grab the I'm gonna have to remember what the hell the names are for these Hierophant Green moves, or I'm gonna be in deep. I think it's marionette control. That's when it falls down the pit. Definitely not on purpose there. So I'm not gonna count anything there. But Navisli with the hand, he really just wants these 1 or 2 hits. Going for the marionette control, and he didn't just die. I always forget that the second swipe knocks you down now. It looks like Idol's going to put the barrier down and hide inside of it while throwing out the Emerald Splash. Not much Navisli can really do since he can't get into that barrier. He just kind of has to take that damage. He is going to go in and grab some more damage from the Emerald Barrier. Not what he wants to take here. Idol going to hit him with a... Idol gonna hit him with a what do you call it? An eye gouge there. Gonna get some damage. Going in for more of this Emerald Splash damage. Doesn't want to get hit by. Okay, Navisli is DQ'd. Idol wins. Match is done. Idol, you win. That's cheating. You can't do that. That should be a no-brainer. You'd have to be brain dead to think that you can get away with that twice. He jumped into the sewers. He's cheating. You can't do that. I'm hearing of the World AU down there. That's going to be interesting for sure. Looks like Fruity's got the World AU, and Dastrak's still using his King Crimson boxing. With Dastrak looking like he may have taken the first stock. Not sure if Fruity's taken any stocks yet. Fruity is using the World AU Boxing. Interesting little note here that the World AU Boxing, not sure how good it is. Honestly, haven't seen too much use out of it. Gonna get the Impale though, and immediately afterwards follows it up with a Jawbreaker. We've seen a lot of that. Good use of it. Going for the dash and trying to make sure he doesn't get hit inside of... I think I saw a barrage potentially come out there, but I don't think Fruity saw it, so he's not going to be able to capitalize on it. This is just a massacre right now. Getting hit by many different moves and then immediately getting hit, and he's going to get caught with the cheese, it looks like. Yep, cheese is coming out. That could potentially wrap up the stock. He's been getting hit by these dash impales. That's another block break there. Going to take the chop and the eye gouge. Tons of damage. Almost gets him into the loop again with another impale, but doesn't quite get it. You know that Fruity's really hurting here with this, the World AU. Gonna try to revolver him. Gonna get hit while in the end lag with that time erase we're seeing right now. Hasn't really been given the chance to get too many of this knife cheese, honestly, which is what we need to see. Misses out on the... Oh, gonna get parried. Does not get the chop into impale. Not a true combo. Gonna get his block broken again, though, and that's gonna wrap it up with Dastrak taking the game. It's the Hierophant Green. This match can actually be brutal for Hierophant Green, so we'll see how Idol tries to put up with it. Dastrak's King Crimson is absolutely an aggressive as hell. For sure, stand player for sure. So what we're gonna see a lot of, I think, is a lot of epitaphs coming out on all of Idol's. Anything that shoots out the Emerald Splash, he's gonna get hit with the impale. You're gonna go flying backwards. See if he catches him. Does catch him with the cheese. That's gonna be a lot of damage. 100%. Not sure what you're doing, but you need to get the hell out of here. So we're gonna see here it comes. He does put himself in the barrier before using Emerald Splash, which is smart because that way you can try to avoid the epitaph impale, but you can still take damage doing that, so you got to be careful. Time erase coming out. He's lucky that barrier ended when it did, or that would have just gotten him stuck. He is gonna be able to epitaph behind it, but he's still gonna take quite a bit of damage. Looks like the it kind of lagged there, so he wasn't quite able to get too many hits with that Emerald Splash. He's gonna put the barrier down, and it does catch Dastrak. I got hit off by someone. I wish that wasn't happening. And there's what I was talking about earlier. If you just epitaph those Emerald Splashes, you can get impales off of them and try to get the cheese. Doesn't quite time the cheese correctly, though, so he's going to go into a time erase to try to get some damage control. Grabs a quick Jawbreaker for it. Here comes the Emerald Splash again. Gonna time erase or was that, I don't know. I think that was an epitaph, actually, not a time erase. And he is gonna get the impale off of it. Breaks the block because he noticed that he was blocking last time, and he's gonna get the cheese, and that'll take the first stock. Dastrak just taking out this Hierophant Green. This matchup is volatile, I'll tell you that. Yeah, when you're using Hierophant Green against King Crimson, it can be brutal. We're gonna see Idol coming back here with immediately a barrier, and he's gonna start shooting out that Emerald Splash straight away to get some good amounts of damage, but he's still gonna eat that impale. We'll see if the cheese is coming out or not. Here it comes, block break. Yep, this is where things go downhill real fast. Looks like he is gonna get out of it though. Idol not getting hit by that barrage, so that's gonna save him a little bit of damage at least. But by this point, Dastrak's cooldowns are probably coming back. There's an epitaph coming out. He manages to capitalize off of the epitaph and gets another impale. Those impales are brutal, and he's not even confirming them. He's just throwing them out in neutral, and they're working. Barrier coming out. Dastrak's not going to be able to get anything off of this time erase, I don't think. Maybe. I think he might have taken a little bit more damage than he got off of that. But you know what? You got to make use of your cooldowns when you have him, and at the very least, he's not letting Idol heal himself. Gonna get his epitaph impale canceled there by the Emerald Splash. Not what he's looking for, but he's already up, so I'm sure he's not too worried. Gonna grab a quick Jawbreaker, tries to follow it up with the eye gouge. No such luck. He is gonna hit with that chop. Doesn't get canceled by moves, so that boxing barrage is not gonna work out. He is going to use the Emerald Barrier there to try to stop him from using the epitaph. Looks like it worked out. The impale got canceled by the epitaph. Time erase coming out, but he's not going to be able to get too much off of this because Dastrak, that barrier is a really powerful thing. Manages to hit him with the eye gouge, timing it perfectly as soon as that time erase ends. Throwing out another impale in neutral, no such luck. Here comes the Emerald Splash. We'll see how much damage he gets off of it. Unfortunately, Dastrak's right on top of him. Gonna grab a quick chop there. Another Jawbreaker coming in. I think we're probably going to see another impale soon. I don't know if it'll land, though. He's probably got it almost off cooldown. Throws out the epitaph, hoping for a A move to counter, not quite. Gonna throw out the impale, doesn't quite play out, but he is gonna get the time erase into Jawbreaker, which is free damage, whiffs the chop. I think we're gonna see a barrier, maybe another Emerald Splash soon coming out from Idol. We'll see. I think he's waiting on his barrier because he doesn't want to be too risky with these Emerald Splashes, which I totally get. He's been epitaphed, impaled just like that too many times. He gets burned too many times, but even still, he's gonna eat the block break, and I think this might just wrap the matchup. I think that might just be it. I'm not sure. Yep, that's gonna take it. Dash track, King Crimson Cheese, it's too strong. Hierophant Green, not meta, doesn't stand a chance. All right, so we're seeing that Star Platinum Haman coming back. We might have actually seen this match earlier. I can't remember. So this might be a rematch. I'm not entirely sure. Gonna try to time the stand jump, but doesn't quite work out. Gets clipped by that Jawbreaker. Easy 20 damage for Dastrak. I think MLG is probably just going to want to get these, the true combos, going to avoid the Epitaph just like that, doesn't want to take any of those Epitaph impales. A little bit poorly timed on that Starfinger to Zoom Punch combo, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference since he still managed to get, 2 parries in a row. Those have been big parries. I don't know if he got clipped. Doesn't look like he got clipped by that chop either, which means that MLG's in this for sure. Big damage coming out so far. He is being careful about his Saman charge, I'm sure, because after that match with Reels earlier where he just constantly getting his ass kicked because he did not have the Haman charge, so he's being really careful this time around, making sure he always has it charged when he's going for the combos, and also only going for true combos so that he doesn't make any huge mistakes and takes an Epitaph Impale because he really doesn't want to be taking any of those. Rage is coming out. We can't remember that MLG is the one that had the time stop, unlike Reel, which means, yep, there it is, coming out, time stop straight away. Exactly what I was saying. We'll see how much damage he can get off of this. Looking like a decent amount of damage there. I think he got a Starfinger, and I think a Zoom Punch, as well as some M1s. He's gonna go for the inhale, but not gonna try to get anything off of it. It's gonna get impaled anyway because the Epitaph came out there and he didn't want to take too much damage. He's gonna willingly take that Jawbreaker so he doesn't get block broken because he does not want to get cheesed and lose a whole bunch of health while he doesn't have his standout. Gonna try to get away with the stand jump there, but obviously just wait until they land, like I was saying earlier, and you'll be just fine. Looks like the Epitaph comes out, doesn't quite get anything off of it, and throws out the impale. Now that MLG knows he doesn't have the Epitaph, he can really go in for all this damage, just throwing moves out over and over again. Lots of damage coming out there. Big combo, and he's going to catch him with the barrage. This could potentially wrap up the first stock. Another block break. Oh my god. All right, he's going to get a barrage. Dastrak's gonna get a oh, big damage. All right, this could be really bad. We were seeing a lot of momentum from MLG, but nope, looks like he's gonna get out of it. Dastrak's not gonna get that combo, and MLG's gonna time stop. We'll see if he can get anything off of this. 28 damage, and that'll take the first stock for MLG, but oh my lord, was that close, for sure. Dastrak was maybe 1 or 2 barrages away from taking that, I'm almost certain. Looks like Real's gonna give him a quick pep talk, rooting for his Star Platinum comrade. Dastrak's coming back in though, time erased. I don't know if it doesn't look like MLG noticed. He's gonna take a bunch of damage for it. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. MLG waiting a little bit to get the stand out. I think he might have been lagging or something there, but it looks like he's doing okay. He's gonna panic barrage out. It works out. Doesn't quite catch. Dastrak doesn't quite catch that barrage, so it looks like it's gonna work out for him. We're seeing a kick barrage come out, and he's going to punish it with a whiffed kick to an impale. Let's see how much damage he can get off of this. I'm not sure. Does not block it. All right, smart play. But he's still going to get hit by the eye gouge and the chop. Oh my god, he's already dead. King Crimson Cheese is too strong. MLG's stock just erased in an instant. What's that? Time skip dash Starfinger coming out straight away. We haven't seen too many of that, mostly because I'm assuming MLG assumes Dastrak, being a better player, is going to block it, and I think he's right with that, so probably the right play, but he did manage to catch him off guard with it just then, and it worked out. He's going to do it again. I think he's maybe starting to realize that Dastrak might not catch on to these, but we'll see if he does. Looks like the chop coming out there doesn't quite land, but he is going to get clipped by that Jawbreaker for sure. Epitaph, big combo, gonna get the oh my god, wow, that that Scarlet definitely should not have missed. Looks like he's gonna tank that impale for it. I'm sure he's not happy about that. He got YBA'd for sure. Glitches galore as per usual. We're gonna see another time erase coming out here. Looks like he got he might have actually avoided the time erase kind of well with that, surprisingly. We haven't seen too many times that that's worked out. I didn't see if that was a chop or an impale there, but he did go for the epitaph, so I'm going to assume it was probably, yeah, it must have been an impale, because there's the chop. Going to do a decent amount of damage for sure, but against the Rage, there it is. I was going to say the Rage Star Platinum's about to come out, and there it is, immediately throwing out that time stop. Probably going to get a decent amount of damage. Yep, was that 22 plus the Starfinger? Lots of damage for sure. Someone's ruining the tournament. Got it. Okay, that's dope. So unfortunate interruption there, but hopefully it won't make too much of a difference. We're gonna see MLG coming back in with more Haman charge. Gonna try to go for the inhale, but doesn't quite get anything off of it. We've seen him get punished a few times by the Jawbreaker or the Eye Gouge from Dastrak, but he didn't quite get it there. It's actually a good thing, because you shouldn't really be getting punished for throwing out inhales, and we've seen it a lot, so hopefully that doesn't happen too many times. Gonna get a good parry there, but can't get too much off of it because the epitaph was still active. He is gonna get some stuff off of it, however. Another inhale coming out, and some more another Starfinger. He's gonna get punished for the Starfinger, though, even though I think he might have landed it. He still got hit for it, because that move, that Eye Gouge was already coming out, or the chop, rather, was already coming out beforehand. Gonna epitaph and go for the impale, but doesn't quite land it. Misses the zoom punch. I think he was kind of desperate there. He just wants to get damage. MLG feels like he might be a little bit out of this match. He wants to get some damage. He's going to go for that. Going to go for another inhale. Doesn't look like it's going to pay off too well, but he is going to get a little bit of damage. Going to go for the Scarlet Overdrive, hoping for a block break. Not going to see it, though. We're seeing Dastrak going for another time erase. Oh, there it is. That's what I like to see. Fun fact, if you do manage to time skip right as it ends, you can basically avoid every single punish. You just need to time it right. And that's exactly what we're seeing from MLG, but he still managed to get hit by the impale anyway. Doesn't take too much damage from it, though, and you know he's got to be happy about that. Throwing out another inhale, trying to get some damage. Looks like Dastrak's going to block it. Throws out another epitaph for himself, hoping that he can get that epitaph impale, but doesn't look like it's going to play out for him. We're seeing a whole lot of just whiffed moves all around, but he's finally going to punish that impale, and he thought the epitaph was coming, I think, but instead it's a time erase. Manages to avoid another time erase with a really well-timed time skip. Throwing out the chop there straight away. Here comes the Rage Star Platinum with the time stop. We're going to see how much the MLG can get on Dastrak with this time stop. Going to be a good amount of damage as per usual, and he's going to combo off of it with a... Oh, great play there. I was wondering if that was going to happen. What you just saw there was Dastrak trying to epitaph the final hit of the kick barrage, and MLG knew it was coming, and he avoided it by turning his kick barrage around so it wouldn't hit. That's higher levels of play that we like to see here, for sure. Throwing out another chop and an epitaph. No such luck, but I think he's still got the impale, and you know that's what he really needs for that big damage. MLG missing his inhale a little bit, just a little bit too far there, but I think it probably could have worked out if it was just a bit closer, maybe a time skip before it happened. And looks like he's going to go for a barrage and then a kick barrage right afterwards, which successfully baits Dastrak into using his barrage, and then he eats the entire kick barrage. Good play for sure coming out from MLG. That was a kind of a strange impale coming out there, but he's going to heal. He knows he can get some healing back, and MLG has to come after him. Really good time erase coming out there, immediately using that Jawbreaker right afterwards. Looks like a whiffed chop there. Goes for the dash Starfinger, but I think his dash didn't come out, and he's going to get punished with that impale. We'll see what happens here. Doesn't block it. Going to take that 20 damage from the Jawbreaker. Unfortunately, looks like another blocked... nope, I thought the Starfinger came out there, but it doesn't. He's going to get Starfinger and then immediately hit with the Zoom Punch right afterwards. Inhale not going to play out. He is going to whiff the Impale after a time erase. We haven't seen that too many times. I think Dastrak probably thought he could mix him up by using that, and it probably would have worked on me. But you know what? MLG, not going to fall for that kind of stuff. We're going to see another dash Starfinger, not going to work out. We've seen MLG throw out a lot more of those dash Starfingers recently. He is going to parry, but again, just like that last time, he's going to panic, Dash Track going to try to panic barrage out, doesn't quite play out. He's going to eat the barrage for himself and take a Scarlet Overdrive afterwards. Time stop, this could be it. We could see the stock wrap up right here with that time stop. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how much health Dash Track has, but it looks like he is going to live the time stop. I thought that might have finished it up, but not looking like it quite yet. Going to throw out an Impale as a preemptive measure. Doesn't work out. Dash Track healing constantly. We know he's gotta be low, and MLG is definitely in an advantageous position for sure. Gonna grab a little bit of damage and then gets a Zoom Punch and a Starfinger. Oh boy, you know Dash Track's hurting. Holy, and I don't remember who's winning this game, so I actually think it might be 1-1. Gonna get the Impale. Because MLG was getting really aggressive there, trying to get lots of damage. Not going to let himself get hit by that Jawbreaker. Not going to let it block break him. You know he doesn't want that. Another Inhale coming out, gonna get lots of M1s. Looks like he might have time erased out of the M1s and then immediately went for a Jawbreaker. Not a terrible play. Gonna heal right in front of him. Really ballsy stuff coming out here from Dash Track. Gonna throw out the Heavy Punch, manages to land it, no parries here. We actually have seen MLG get a lot of parries this match, so I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen him parry that. Good time skip dash Starfinger coming out there. Doesn't quite get the M1 into the Zoom Punch though. I'm not sure if that's a real combo, but it's worked out quite a few times in MLG's favor for sure. Gonna throw out the Inhale here. He is gonna get some stuff off of that Inhale, including a Kick Barrage. He knew that MLG did not have, oh boy, oh, no stand. How is he gonna, he might just take it right here. Oh, time erase, I think. Oh, that's brutal. All right, he is going to get a little bit of damage off of it, though. Not nearly as much as he wanted for sure, though. Oh, man. He doesn't time it right. Oh, no. Oh. Just a millisecond off on that that Epitaph Impale combo, and it gets perfect blocked. And I think that'll... I'm not sure if that wrapped it up or not. I don't know if Dash Track has another stock. All right, so it looks like we're going to move on to Grand Finals, assuming that's the case. I think we might have saw this match right at the beginning. So Real and MLG is probably going to be a grudge match, because we saw this. I think we saw this right at the. I think Real was the one who sent. Yeah, Real was the one who sent MLG into losers. So we're going to see a rematch here of Real versus MLG. If you lose your boxing gloves, that might be a problem. Okay, that's pretty funny. How do you lose your boxing gloves? Looks like we've got it handled. That's funny. All right, looking like we're getting things started again. Real coming straight in with a Starfinger and gonna grab an Inhale into the Jawbreaker. Definitely a good use of both of those moves. We're gonna see him get his Kick Barrage punished by a Starfinger. Looking like MLG's gonna block Real Starfinger coming straight out immediately. But unfortunately, I think that Real's, like I said, he can take these hits and MLG can't, so he's got to be careful. Gonna try to panic barrage out, but he's still in the stun of the Inhale, and his time skip doesn't go anywhere. That's a common occurrence sometimes. If you're too close to someone, time skip just won't work, so he is gonna eat that Scarlet Overdrive. Gonna grab a Kick Barrage though in order to try to get his damage back into this match, and probably gonna maybe, yep, I was about to say Inhale gonna come out. He's gonna try to get a little bit of damage. Gonna work out. Doesn't quite grab that Eye Gouge though. It's gonna get blocked. Smart play from MLG. I think he probably reacted to it because, you know, he's good at the video game. A lot of the times what'll happen to me, because I'm not good at the video game, is I'll wonder if they're gonna Eye Gouge or Jawbreaker, and I'll block and I'll get block broken, but that's not happening right here. MLG gonna pop Rage, Real gonna follow up immediately afterwards. We've seen this before, it's pretty much back to where we were before, but the failed Panic Barrage coming out from MLG, gonna get punished for it by Real. Throwing out his barrage of his own, and then he's going to dash and Starfinger while MLG is charging his Amon. We've actually seen that a few times. You can't really notice it on surface level, but we've seen a few times where Real really just puts the pressure on after a combo where he dashes and Starfingers, which he doesn't normally do as much, but he knows since MLG is going to be charging Haman that he can go for something like that. Going for the time stop, but stops it immediately, probably trying to get that time skip so that he can get a little bit closer since he doesn't want to use all of his rage up straight away. Not going to have his standout, comes back out, wants that Haman charge, but Real just isn't letting him get it. Looking like MLG's finally going to get that Haman charge. Both healing up. They both want this really bad. Star Platinum duos, you know, volatile match. If one person gets one of them without a stand, that's going to be a lot of damage, especially if that inhale's off cooldown. Speaking of inhale, Real throwing it out there. Doesn't quite connect. MLG following one up in kind. Does manage to get a little bit of damage here. Both throwing at a kick barrage. Real's coming out on top and going to knock down MLG. Take his stand away. Takes it back out. No problem. Real healing up. He doesn't want to take too much damage. He knows with his boxing HP, as long as he's constantly healing, he shouldn't take too much damage. And as long as he doesn't take too much damage, he's going to outlast MLG, which is exactly what we're seeing. Going to grab a quick block break and an eye gouge. Fails, still in the stun of that eye gouge when he tries to barrage out, and he's going to take a lot of barrage damage here. Tries to get that, yep, there it is. I was going to say, just like that volatile match I was saying earlier, if you get caught when you don't have your barrage, you're going to take that impale, you're going to take a lot of damage, and Real's going to take this first stock. That means what we're seeing here is potentially game point or match point, tournament point for that matter. This is MLG's tournament stock, and if he dies on here, tournament's over. MLG or Real takes home the win for sure. So we'll see if MLG can pull it back. He's definitely not been totally out of this, but he just needs to be able to do more damage. He needs to make use of those true combos, and if he can't, and he keeps getting panic barraged out and not catching it, then we're just not going to see it. Looks like both of them are going to throw out inhales, and Real's going to come out on top with a Starfinger of his own. MLG throws that Starfinger, I think whiffed it, maybe. I might have missed that. Real throwing out another time skip dash Starfinger. It doesn't quite hit. MLG, I think, biding his cooldowns, it looks like. Definitely wanting to have that inhale back up. Wants to get his free combos. Real throwing out the impale or the inhale first. Successfully going to barrage and bail himself out of it, but isn't quite going to be able to use the kick barrage effectively. Going to take a Starfinger and an eye gouge. Here comes the rage mode. It doesn't look like MLG has rage yet. That's really bad. 30 damage. No Haman. Oh no, that's not good. If he doesn't get his Haman charge back up, he can't stand up, and that's it. Oh my god, massacre. Huge showing. Congratulations. Real Smug Days takes your second Eclipse Weekly tourney. Holy crap. He wouldn't let him stand up. That was nuts. Oh man. Not the villain in this story. Alrighty. Looking like that's gonna wrap up grand finals. Second weekly tournament. We had some issues this time around. Some trolls, more trolls than last time, but you know what? Not something that we can't deal with. So not a huge deal. All things considered. Congratulations to Real Smug Days, as I said. Thank you to everyone else who played. Great showing from MLG, coming all the way, getting knocked out by Real twice. That can't feel good, but I'm sure he didn't feel robbed. Got 2 shots. And if he's just outplayed, it happens.